Hi, everybody. Welcome. I have just read First John, Second John, and Third John out loud. It is on my channel called The Daily Bible Reader. You can go and check it out. And so now I'm just going to take some time and go through some of my thoughts as I read through those three books of the Bible. All right, so we're going to start with First John. In this book, we can see that John is really writing with a sense of urgency. Right from the beginning of the book all the way through, we can see that he genuinely believes that at any minute Jesus could return again. He's out there watching for the antichrist, and he's also saying that they could already be here in our churches. They could be out in our communities already. His writing style is clear and deliberate. It's almost like John is creating a call and response, and he wants to make sure that his points are impossible for us as the readers to miss. He's hammering home all the way through this book about how this is not a new command. And he repeats this over and over again, how loving each other is not a new command. This is something that we have been called to do from the beginning. And then he is so bold to say that if you don't love your brother, John plainly says, you do not know God. Like the beginning of the Gospel of John, this book was a little bit difficult for me to get into. The reading at the beginning was tough, but as you got through it, you kind of got into the rhythm of how John was writing again, and it was an enjoyable book to read out loud. The book Second John, much shorter than the first one. It's one complete letter, but we do see that the same themes are continuing on through. We see the theme of walking in truth, being faithful. Also, we see the truth of loving one another and watching out for deceivers. John has not let up here. The urgency from First John is continuing and carrying right on through. And he wraps up again by saying, again, this is not a new command. You are called to love one another. The third one. Now we are in Third John. This one is a little bit of a different vibe. As I was reading through this book, I could feel that this was a little bit of a different writing style, and we can see that John is writing here to one of his close friends. This letter is written to Gaius, and it's one of his friends that he's writing to. And we hear John refer to Gaius as someone who has been faithful. Someone else that he names in this book is Diotrephes. Diotrephes, he's a little bit of a dangerous guy. He's got some things that maybe John needs to go and sort out with him. And we read that as we go through this book as well, that he's going to come and he's going to deal with some things as it has to be with Diotrephes. And then he also names Demetrius in this as well. The thing I really liked about reading Third John out loud was that it felt like I was reading a letter between two close friends. It was warm, it was encouraging, it was a personal writing, a personal letter that you could read. It almost felt like I was sitting there between two old friends. So there are some of my thoughts on First John, Second John, and Third John as I was reading them out loud. Again, you can find all of these on my channel, The Daily Bible Reader. I hope to see you come along for the ride with us.